Alright, so today we're going to do something kind of along the lines of what I did the other day here, except I'm going to actually try to come close to recreating a famous rig, and I know that I'm not going to be able to get it exactly perfect the way that a lot of people who are picky about this stuff might be looking into, but I'm really trying to see about what we can do with what we have here. So I'm trying to recreate Sunn O rig, which is a two-piece founded band. I know they have other members that come and go. They're really based around using these Sunn amps from decades ago, and the power that they use. They've full volume, a lot of pushing and pulling of the air in the room, which, obviously they're doing a lot of that with analog. We're going to do it today with digital. So I'm going to go in here and just clear this all out. So let's see. Here we go. I'm going to clear all the blocks and just start over with this. That's my clean tone, I guess you could say. I'm using my BC Rich, let's see, it's the Junior V Special Edition guitar, and I've got it actually, normally I'll tune it down to either B standard, or in this case I've got it today in drop A. So let's go ahead and start with the most important thing, which is going to be the amp. And in one of the updates that they did on this a little while back, they actually added these in here, and I was super happy about that. They weren't in here when I got this, but then they were added. So the Moon Jump is going to be like a special version of the Sunn amp there. They just kind of changed it, and this is going to be the version that has like a little bit of a boost to it. You also have kind of just like a bright setting and then a normal setting, but you see the drive is going to be a bit higher on these. Not great right away, but that's because we need some cabs to go with that. So let's come out here, and for the cab, I believe they have the matching cab for this way down here. It's in a 412. There it is. The Moon T75, and I've set it up for dual as well. So we got like a 906 dynamic mic, cap edge, and then the second one is a 47 condenser at the cap edge. So I'm just going to leave that alone for right now, the way that they've got this. That one's a close, simulation, 1.5 inches away. This other one was 5.5 inches away. So we're starting to get there now. That definitely sounds better than that. That doesn't sound like great, but that just kind of helps tame the tone a little bit there. So let's maybe push this a little bit more. See what happens. I want my bass a little bit higher there. They try to set these up to make them versatile, and that's not really what I'm going for with this one. I want big and doomy. It's not normally something I go for. I'm not usually a doom guitarist, but I do appreciate what these guys do and the level of attention that they spend on everything. So this alone, I could probably add a rat distortion to it and have their, at least a big part of their formula that they would use. So let's use this one. I'm getting there. So I think originally they would use like modded rat pedals. So Earthquaker Devices has actually put out like a Sunn pedal, and they included it on here too. So let's actually swap this out for the Vital Distortion, which is going to be like the distortion side of the Live pedal by Earthquaker Devices. So let's bump it back here, because I also want to put the boost in there. They kind of made it like two different pedals. Vital boost. Or two different blocks on here, because on the pedal itself you can... it's got two switches where you can have just the distortion and then kick in the boost. So I guess that's kind of the idea with this. So you can see the filters all the way down, level halfway, gain all the way up, and then we've got the op amp clipping and the octave at 4.0 out of 10 right now. And it's important to note that that's an octave up, not an octave down that they're adding into it there. And I want to do something with that here in just a minute. Let's just mess around a little bit more. So turning this on. So this one has the op amp or symmetrical or asymmetrical clipping. I'm just going to leave it on the op amp. Let's boost it. Oops, I keep hitting the wrong thing there. Let's give it more boost. I want to feel when it changes. You almost feel it more when it's not there than when you add it in. And then let's do this too, because I think they will use a few different distortion pedals and different routing techniques to kind of get different sounds. So let's maybe experiment with that. Right here in this spot, let's maybe put something like a clone thing. I think they're using, one of them at least uses like a silver archer type clone thing. And then I actually want to drop this into the B path. And let's have it right there before that amp. And then I'm going to kind of work it around the boost there. Now, we've only got 5 spots right here. Let's see what else I can kind of max this out with, because I think that I might be able, yeah, I can't put another amp and cab, but I could do like a cab or so I could only do like single legacy. That's the only thing it would let me do. Or let's see, I could come over here for another amp. Let's see what happens if I put one of these bass amps in here. I don't have a ton of choices. Let's go with that. That's kind of interesting. And I don't want that running like into that other amp, so I'm going to put this on the B path as well. Okay, and then I'm going to put it right there. So both amps are sharing the same cab, since I was a little bit, oops, actually, I think I did the wrong thing there. Yeah, I need that to be there, and this to be here. And let's flip-flop those. I did not mean to do that, but it's an easy switch for us here. And you can tell improved our tone just a little bit. So now I've got the Vital Distortion that's got a path A doing the Vital Boost, and then the Moon Jump, and going to the cab sims there. And I've also got this other path that's doing Vital Distortion, then the Minotaur, then this bass amp, and then sharing the cab with that other one there. So let's see what we have with this. Obviously I need this pedal on. Definitely getting there. Let's adjust it a little bit. I'm going to bring that gain down. Bring the level up. Let's add the boost. Let's mess with that Minotaur. And you can hear that it's just like going and going and going, and that's like a key component of their sound, is that they'll just like hit a note and then let it kind of feed out there. But if I want some control over it, let's go back here. I don't know that I want to like add a noise gate in here, but I can have a gate coming from the guitar just straight into this. So the gate is off, gate is on, gate is off, and the gate is on right there. So let's see. Gate is off. And you can see it's going to eventually kind of die off there. So there's a few of these things that I've got going on here where it's like, okay, this could be cool, but I might adjust it a little bit. And that's where I'm actually get into what I was doing earlier in the video, where I had the different snapshots that I'm using here. When this is highlighted white like that, that means that you are in snapshot mode. So let's do this. I'm going to set up my snapshots all a little bit differently here. I'm going to start with the gate on though, and just turn myself down. And let's do this first too. Let's see. I want this vital distortion to actually be on this button right here. I guess I have to be not in snapshot mode though. Let's see. This is what I want. And then back to home. And then I'm going to press this first button, assign that to foot switch 1, put the boost on foot switch 2, and then let's put the Minotaur on foot switch 3. And it was that easy. So now let's do some stuff with the snapshots. And let me save my progress here real quick so I don't accidentally lose it. So let's come out here, page back, brings me to snapshots the fastest way. And now let's see what we can do here. So let's see, let's start with maybe the gate that we had there. So if I press these two page buttons at the same time, it brings up bypass assign and controller assign. And I actually want controller assign. And for the gate right here, I can set like different parameters to control differently. I want the gate to be controlled by the very last thing, the snapshot right there. And when I back out of that, now you can see it's kind of highlighted a little bit there. So let's do this. I'm going to set it on for this mode. And yeah, let's do off for snapshot 2 and then off for snapshot 3. So you can see when I go between the different snapshots, it changes that parameter. It doesn't switch it up for anything else. It's just changing what I have that set to. So let's use this over here then. So on our octave level right there, let's do the same thing, double page, controller assign, and I want not the gain, filter level, clipping, but the octave. I want to be controlled by the snapshot, the very last option there. Let's save, and then let's see. So see how that is all lit up a little bit more, the 4.0. So let's do this. For the first snapshot, I'm going to set it kind of low at about 2.0. Let's turn it up a little bit to about 6 for the second option, and then let's put it at 9. Pretty high up for that last one. So I want this to be like kind of the least amount of distortion, medium, and then like full blown, blow it out. Pretty much. So let's kind of apply this same idea to the vital boost too. Controller assign. We only have the boost to control on this one, but I want it to be snapshot. Let's see right here. I don't know that I want to mess with any of this stuff or that really. I think that we're pretty good with what we got here. So on that boost, let's maybe set it about there for this one, about there for that one, and then leave it, well, let's back it up a little bit. So you can see that made a big difference. And then we can also do this, like I could just full on turn that one off for this setting. Let's do that. So this one is just gonna have the life pedal going and bypassing those other pedals. When I go over here, they come back on. So let's do this. Let's leave off the boost, and then we'll just leave that one all on. So I know that I'm leaving the boost off until the very last one, but I did change the parameters on it to be controlled with the snapshots. Within those snapshots, I could get back to the stomp box mode and still hit that button to trigger it, and then it'll be able to figure itself out. This thing's pretty smart. So let's see what we got now. That's my very first. Let's amp it up a little bit. Pinch harmonics don't really come through quite the same on this. Alright. So you see that, obviously I'm doing digital. I'm listening to this through headphones, and baby's asleep in the other room here, so that's awesome that I'm able to do this. I know it's not quite the same as having the real amps, but for something that's much easier to pack around, this might be a solution to consider there. I know a lot of people probably been doing similar things since we have all these tools available here, but I hope that this is helpful in maybe recreating their sound, or maybe you hear something that you want to be able to do something original with. So again, I've got a vital distortion on path A with vital boost. Path B is Minotaur, Moon Jump, Aqua Ledge, which is a bass amp, and then both coming out through the dual Moon cabs there. So let me save that one for now. I think I can probably wrap this one up for today. I plan on doing some more of these, and then still doing the blending videos and featuring pedals as well. Just starting to branch out into more things that I've been wanting to do since the start. So thank you guys again very much, and I hope to see you soon.